So we're gonna make some blondies. These are one of my favourite things to make. They're kind of like a cross between a chocolate chip cookie and a brownie. So Speculoos is a Belgian / Dutch cookie. It's a little bit spicy. So to start, I'm gonna melt my butter and my spread. This thing is the worst for a short person. Alright, that's all melted down. Brown sugar into the bowl and just give it a good mix around. Switch to the whisk just because I've got a few lumps of brown sugar that I want to break up. Okay, now for the egg. Next, the rum. A little bit of vanilla extract. Whenever you can, where you're using vanilla paste or extract, get the best quality stuff that you can because it makes all the difference. So now we're going to go in with our dry ingredients. It's the flour. In here I have a teaspoon of cinnamon, about half a teaspoon or a little bit more of mixed spice, the same of nutmeg, and a little pinch of salt. So that's going to go straight in with our flour, and then we're just going to fold this all together. Finally, we're going to throw in our chocolate. I've got all my little mini chips that will just melt in, and then underneath I have some slightly larger chunks. So, straight in, fold them through. And there we go. Our batter is finished. It's going to go into a lined baking tin. I'm just going to spread this into a nice even layer.
So you don't use any baking powder or raising agent or anything?
You don't need it. For something like this, or for really dense fudgy brownies like the ones that I would typically make that are a bit more cookie-like, you don't necessarily need extra raising agent. Last but not least, a little bit of this. I'm going to soften it in the microwave for sort of 10 seconds just to make it a little bit easier to work with. Yeah, I'm just going to swirl this through so you kind of get little melty nuggets of it throughout. You don't have to do this, but I don't see why you wouldn't. Alright, now I'm just going to turn the spoon over and swirl it through. Alright, done. So I'm fully aware this looks a bit of a mess at the moment. As well, I just want to even it out again a little bit so it bakes nice and evenly. These are ready to go into my preheated oven, 180 degrees. This is quite a thin layer, so I'm going to start with sort of 12 to 15 minutes. This smells pretty phenomenal. You can smell a little bit of that rum, there was quite a lot. In the end they had 17 minutes or so, 18 minutes in the oven. Put a knife in, you can see like it still gets a little bit of melted chocolate stuck to it, some of the speculoos. I'm going to leave this in the pan to cool down a little bit because it will be very, very soft, and I just want it to set up a little bit before I move it around and cut it up. This is the hardest bit because you have to be really patient. So let's get it out of the tray. I'm just going to cut it into 3 lengthways and then let's go with 4 or 5 down the middle. Yeah, let's be generous. Let's go with 12 instead of 15. I've got a little bit of melted white chocolate here. I'll just drizzle it over the top as a little bit of a garnish. It's entirely optional. Squeeze nice and evenly. Go over it all once more, just at a slightly different angle, give you a little bit of a pattern. There you go. Lovely little crust over the top, and really dense, really fudgy. Pretty happy with these. They're pretty damn good. Oh my god.